Okay, here we go. What's up, guys? What is going on? Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Hope you had a great time with chess.com today with the raid. What's up, guys? Destroyer 8470. GLHF, what's going on? Max Milnek, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. What's up, guys? How are you? How was the match? Did you like what you saw? The usual. Tunda Mike says, hey, Canty, what's up, bro? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I saw your video on chess.com with viewer and analysis. Yes, I have a few on there. Not much. What about yourself? I'm great, man. I'm great. You know, hanging out. About to analyze some games from this advanced stuff here. We got to get some updated standings, actually, too. Need some updated standings. Chess Win says, hello, Canty. What is up? What is going on? Thank you so much. We in here, bro. We in here. Chess fully equipped with our lightsabers in the air. Chess.com. That's right. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. This is the post-match analysis, the coverage. We're going over games from the two matches that you just saw. So welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Hit the follow button, of course, on the stream here so you can catch other stuff as well. But we're going to cover some games. If you have some games in particular, if you're in the chat right now, that'd be great. We would love to go over some of your games in full detail analysis about today's matchup, the big boy stuff. Congratulations to the Archbishops and the Pandas today. The updated score, I think, is 14 and 12, I think. So the two spots, they are already ready to go to the playoffs. So they're ready. They are ready. Shout out to them. You're probably really busy, but I sent you a game to analyze. I got you, V-Mouse. We'll get into that. Absolutely. I'll check that. Music by JM. Thank you so much for the bits, man. Haven't seen you in a while, but I'm elsewhere. Gotta go. Here you go. See you later, bro. Pandas fans got a hat trick, 3 wins in a row. Yes. But of course, the Pandas are monsters anyway. I mean, they always get the big boy points. 22 was the low today for them. Very strong stuff. So let's check out. So each channel has its own mods. Absolutely. That's right, Thunder Mike. Absolutely. That is correct. So let's get into this first game here. Helm's Knight played twice today. So Helm's Knight is very strong. She's a very strong player, actually, too. Bughouse Monster. Excuse me, Phenom here. Very strong. So let's see what this PGN is. I think this is the right one. Helm's Knight played with the white pieces. If you saw this game, that's great. If you didn't, you're going to see it now. Helm's Knight playing with the white pieces lost this game. So let's see what happened and see what we can do better here and see what she played. F4. That's aggressive. That's very aggressive stuff. Does anyone know anything about the birds opening? F4. Does anyone play F4? Anyone here? A03. A03. Helm's Knight plays for the bishops in this time. I play E5. You play E5 against this? Oh, yeah. I don't even know that stuff. Actually, I'm not even a big fan of it. But F4, it's aggressive. D5, I'm more of this. D5 and C5. But let's see what happens. It's dangerous. Yeah, it's very dangerous, Tunda Mike. It's very dangerous. Absolutely. F4, D5, Knight F3. We have Knight F6 on the board. So Knight F6 is hitting E4. Just defending, taking some squares and developing. Like, what else to do? This looks like a Dutch kind of thing. E3. C5 and Bishop E2. Castle quickly. Okay. Knight C6, get out of the way with the castle. G6, so now we need plans. D3, E4, F5, open this bishop up. Maybe even Queen E1. I think that's probably what she's planning to do here. Is Queen E1 and Queen H4. It's probably an easy way into the attack. So let's see what happens. Knight C3 happens. I don't think Knight C3 was correct here. Knight C3 seems like it's going to be an issue. Dutch is aggressive, so this is as well. Yeah, Dutch is pretty nice. I remember playing it and watching at it before, but this is kind of like a Dutch for white. Not the birds. This is the birds opening. This is. It actually says birds opening Dutch Lasker variation. That's exactly what it says. So cool. But Knight C3, D4 seems like a big issue here, and a lot of times you do not want to give your opponent any kind of just tempo, to say the least. This is annoying. Because now we got to move this, especially after capture, right? We can't really go to the center. Knight B5 is kind of trying to be aggressive on something that we can't even take. It's not a move. It doesn't work. So these kind of moves just don't work in these kind of positions. Knight C3. we got to find another move. So it could be d4 or it could be c3. Weird setup, but you have to put this knight here, and you have to expect this to be kind of weird anyway right now, because you got to get, it's give and take. Chess is a lot of give and take in this position, especially because black has the center. Black has the center. White's not really having anything besides the e5 pawn here. Queen e1 and maybe some queen h4 love would be nice. Knight c3, bishop g7, and then we follow up with d3. d4 is still on the books here, but then we now have knight e4 though. Castle, e4, takes, and bishop e3. No queen trait. That's very surprising. d3 probably to develop the bishop. I'm with that, Max Milnek. I think queen trades in these kind of positions, black wants to trade queens. Black wants to trade queens. So queen e1 is just much better. It just makes more sense to place the queen over here. And then you have ideas, for instance, rook c8, queen h4, rook e8, f5. I'm already just ready to go, big fella. We in here. Let's go. Bishop h6, knight g5. I'm trying to sack everything and make them on this side of the board. It's very easy to do so. And it reminds you of a Grand Prix kind of feel here, or a Dutch for black. But if you trade these queens, it just neutralizes everything. Maybe I can go bishop g4. Then I can bring the rook to the center. And then I can do this. And then I can like do whatever because it's a draw. Because that's kind of how these positions go a lot of times. e4, takes, bishop g4, bishop e3, queen b6. I don't think this is a good move at all. I mean, this is just not good. Maybe knight a4. Knight a4 is very strong, I think, hitting everything here. Let's see what happens here. Rook to b1. When you find a good move, look for a better one. These time controls are pretty nice. 10 minutes with 2-second increments, so they have time here. Still virtually a blitz game. Rook to d8, queen e1. There we go. There's the move. The queen's on e1 now. Following up with queen f2 or g3 or h4. Knight d4. This is a nice move. There's a lot going on with this move. I can't actually take this. Kind of misplayed that, actually. Dang, what do you do about knight d4? That's annoying. Very annoying to have a knight here in the center. Any suggestions from the crowd here? What do you do on knight d4? Let me actually see what the correct sequence is. Yeah, that was unexpected. I did not expect that. Bishop d3? Yeah, I thought that too. But then I had to rethink. Bishop d3 just doesn't work. Doesn't work. If you are new to the stream, first off, we are watching St. Louis Archbishops right now. Helms Knight playing on this side versus San Francisco Mechanics playing Chess Player 2093. His rating is 2220, and her rating in this game is 2051. Okay, Queen H4. Queen H4. You know what? Queen H4, well, it does hang a pawn. If you go Queen H4, right? Queen H4, knight takes C2, and it's not probably worth it anymore. It's probably not worth it. You really have to figure out what to do with this right now. Unless you have a mate, you have to figure out what to do with this bishop right now. So that's either bishop C1 or bishop F2. And then it kind of feels weird. And we're down a pawn now. I don't think this works. Actually, yeah, I don't think this works. It might be some trouble. Might be some trouble. Queen h4 is a possibility. The problem with bishop d3 is this here, or maybe bishop takes or knight takes. Probably bishop takes. Just looking at this pawn structure is not what we wanted. Not what we wanted here. What's wrong with bishop takes d4? Sorry, I must have missed it. So bishop takes d4 is just not a move, big fella. It is not a move. Bishop takes d4. Pawn takes is very strong. Now the only move that might actually save you is knight a4. It might actually save you. Why? What is the problem here? Tactics win games. You need to know that. You need to play as many tactics as you possibly can. Why? Because they win games. So Derek23C says knight a4. That's correct. Knight a4 stops the queen from being on this long diagonal here. Long diagonal. So what this is a discovery on the king hitting the bishop. It becomes a problem. You in trouble. It just doesn't work. So you can't allow this kind of stuff. I also heard from Igor Smirnov. If you don't know who that is, he has great teachings, great stuff out there. Great teacher. And he says to take is a mistake. A lot of times that is correct. Why would we take this? And when you take something, you got to ask, how does it benefit me? and how does it benefit him? So bishop takes here. How does it benefit white? Well, let's see. Did this benefit white at all? We did actually get rid of the knight. And then anything else? I don't think we can find any other reason besides just we got rid of it. That's really it. Now, how did it help black? Well, we went from the C file to the D file and more advanced square over into the white's territory across the line onto the 4th rank. We got the queen here. We also have a discovery and the rook's behind this pawn. So if it ever becomes passed, it's going to be real strong. This bishop also helps out too. It helps out black way more than it helps out white. So it's just not even a consideration here. Just throwing out an idea here. A3 opening A2 for the knight. Would you mean right now? A3? Well, A3, the problem is still C2. So there's a huge problem here. Knight D4 is such a strong move because so much is going on. It's hitting the C2 pawn, which you need to defend. You know, Bishop D1 is the move she made in the game. Bishop D1 is the move because there's so much to do. This is probably where she spent most of the time here, and especially in a 10-minute game, 2-second increment. And this happens, and then you have to calculate all the stuff. Bishop D1 is the only thing that you can do. Not that it's a bad move, but it will get you tied up a little bit here. I'm assuming he took on F3. This is called overloading and things like that. What's going on is that checkmate. Thank you. So bishop to knight D4, bishop to D1, bishop takes F3. So bishop takes F3. This is overloading the pieces, overloading the position. So bishop takes F3. Now you're forced to take with the pawn, or if you take with the bishop, we go back into this because it's removing the defender of the C2 pawn. Very strong stuff here from Chess Player 2093 on the mechanics today. And this actually ended in a draw today. This match, the bishops versus the mechanics, ended in a draw. It was nice. What? How do matches even end in a draw? How does that even happen, right? But it's pretty nice to see that. So the Force told me the Master Jedi was streaming. The Force was correct. That is correct, Z Nation. Good to see you. We in here. Rook X F3, considering Rook H3. Helms Knight mentioned this idea. Well, Rook takes F3 is just not a move. Maybe it is if you're going for an exchange sacrifice, but when you do any kind of exchange sacrifice, you need to be on your game. And I mean, like, what are you trying to do? What's your intention? If you got this, what is a long-term plan for white? Let's go through that. What is a long-term plan for white? Because you did give up some vital material here, to say the least. The bishops are very nice. So what you want to do is have an open kind of game. This is a game that scholars mate you in. Yeah, whatever, will. Not happening. These bishops, you need to keep the game as open as possible. You have to. Long-term plan is to just be happy with the 2 bishops, I guess. That's correct. I'm with that, Z Nation. I'm absolutely with that. You have to stay comfortable with the bishops that you have. That's just how it goes. So these bishops are very nice to keep. And you kind of, if you trade one, you're probably going to lose. It's just that important to keep these bishops. If we go for this kind of idea, because he's going to take it, so you need to be very accurate on with that time and on forever. So pawn takes is the move here. Pawn takes G3 or F3. Now you got like an ugly position here. Honestly, this is just not favorable. It's not fun to play this. You got bishops, but they're not bishops. Like, what do they do? What do they do here? They're half bishops, half pieces here. 2 bishops. These aren't. I don't know what these are. Chess win, right? 2 bishops. But now they're not. They're not bishops at all, actually. And the knights dominate these pieces. Even this bishop is better than both of these. It's ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous. So now white is not in the driver's seat anymore. So this is pretty tough. You may have to even do sacrifices like F5. This knight on D4 changed the entire game here. So what should have happened, actually? What should have happened? The move is actually an interesting move, which makes it equal, which is queen to F2. Queen F2 is the move. That's a tough move to make because now you got to give up one of the bishops. You don't have to, but it is an option. It's about to happen. But this queen F2 move is very interesting. Just because you're threatened doesn't mean you got to move it. Just because it's threatened doesn't mean you got to move it a lot of times. It's called an equal or stronger threat. A lot of my students know this. So queen f2. Queen f2. Boom. That's a nice move. It's hitting c5. It's also putting extra pressure here. Then maybe I can put the rook on d1. Something can happen, especially if, as long as this is still loose. There's a lot of things to do. It's pretty cool stuff. Queen f2 is the move recommended by the engine here. And it actually just gives zeros. It just gives zeros. They say bishop e6 is the best. Bishop e6 followed by knight g5. Then you have this kind of position. Knight takes e2. Queen takes e2. It gets kind of sharp here. Maybe not that sharp, but sharp enough. Very good. Though knight takes c2. Yeah, but bishop takes c5. You know, so you get one, I get one. That's how it is. You get one, I get one. You know. Did the Pro Chess League start already? This is the summer series for the fans. For the fans. This is what you guys can be doing. You should be playing it. Actually, it's right here. Live club matches. This is what you just missed. This is it right here. Will check it out. 2 rounds, 10 minutes, 2-second increment. You play along any team. You can play for any team or all the teams if you like. Every Saturday, I believe. Yes, sir. Every Saturday. Then there's a 10-team playoff in the end. That's going to be great. And these are the prizes. And for you watching right now, if you are playing on any of these teams, first off, you need to be playing on one of the teams. And if you are not, then you can, of course, sign up. But if you are playing on one of the teams, the best fans is this one down here, the lowest one. Best fans, $1,000 total is $250 per group. All you have to do is play in the games, post your games, be on Twitter, use the hashtag Summer Series. And do all kind of stuff like with just be involved, you know, be in the blogs, post your games, talk on Twitter, and you can have a chance to get $250. So pretty nice. Lower Canty, as always, your instructions, sir, are good and impeccable. Thank you. Unfeathered Flamingo. What's up, bro? Here's our standings right now. These actually aren't updated. So the bishops are at 14, I believe. Pandas are at 12, and mechanics are now up to 8. So congratulations to the bishops and the pandas as they move into the playoff, as they move right into the top 2 teams. And the mechanics, hopefully we'll get a Twitter vote from you guys so that maybe they can stay in, or we'll see what happens in the other groups as well. So pretty good stuff. Make sure you guys get into the Summer League Series. Play for every team if you like. Group B is coming up. So let's go. So going back to the game and what happened on bishop to d1. So we now are into bishop d1 life. So what happens after that? Bishop takes f3, pawn takes. We have a bad position as white here. How do we get out of it? We try e6, and she plays queen h4. That's a good move. Finally, we have the queen on h4, but here's the problem. We need pieces. We need friends. We need people to help us on this side of the board. And if we cannot find that, if we fail to find that, we will lose the game. We will lose the game. So queen h4, you have to have some guys over here. Something in mind. Maybe rook f2, rook g2, f5. Put the bishop somewhere over here as well. Maybe. You could also have maybe bishop g5. Try to get the bishop on g5. Maybe we can pin here. You have to use what you have, or you're just going to sit around and wait. So you got to figure that out quickly. Knight h5 has been played. I think f5 might be an option. Pawn takes, bishop takes, f5, pawn takes. Oh, that's a check though. Man, this is tough. f5 then f4. That's like almost 2 pawns. Let's look at this. Wait, what happened in the game? Okay, that's not it. But let's try this. f5 takes, right, and then f4. So now you're hitting this. This is interesting. This is interesting, right? We open this line up. We hit the knight. It goes back, push, knight here. Then this bishop's ugly too. Bishop's ugly, doesn't work. I think this knight move would be like just end your next move, basically. Knight takes, rook takes, c3. That's a move hitting the knight. Knight moves out the way. Bishop f3. And let's evaluate this position here. What's the piece count? 3, 6, 3, 6, 7. It's not so bad. We are still down a pawn. Bishop f6 could be intermezzo, he says. Let's go back. Let's go back. Where would that be? Where would that be at? Right here? Oh, right here. Bishop f6 now. Okay, so bishop f6, queen h3. Knight g7's coming. Well, e5 comes with tempo now, though. e5 is with tempo. So this would probably be something we would want. Because bishop takes h5 is still in the air. And then knight g7, e5, boom, we hit the bishop. It's kind of out of this box over here. This knight's really good, though. But then I can't take this anymore. So what tempo do I get from that? That's good to know. Queen g2, knight d5. Interesting stuff here. You gotta calculate this stuff too. And imagine trying to calculate this stuff in a worse position in a 10-2 game playing in the Pro Chess League Summer Series. That's some tough stuff to do. And Helm's knight was definitely under fire here as she fought back in this game. Let's see what happened. Knight to a4 was the move here. Maybe try to disconnect this pawn. I'm assuming the queen's going to stay around this pawn. I think all moves do so except queen a6. But b3 is probably going to be the next move after queen to c6. Odd move. Yeah, knight e4, I don't think there had to be something better here. Because this is kind of dead. It's kind of dead. You need some life in a position, which f5 is the critical moment because the pieces are so bad. When you got bad pieces like this, you got to figure out what to do. Rook f2, rook g2. What can you do? What can you actually do? And you have to look outside the box a lot of times too. Rook f2, rook g2 is definitely an option. Definitely an option. But knight to a4, queen b5 has been played. c3. Oh, that was sweet. That was sweet. That was a nifty move. I like this. Defending and attacking, that's a tempo. Knight e2 might be annoying, though. That could be annoying. That's what he did. King f2. King f2 from Helm's knight. King f2. Wow. That could be good. That could be good. But at the end, this knight's hanging too. This knight's hanging too if you do this right now. King f2 gives access to g1. Yeah, she's pushing tight here. She's pushing tight. Okay, that's good stuff. That's good. King f2. That is a star move. King f2. Hitting the knight. Hitting the knight. But I think knight takes c3 is a thing, though. I think he can just take this. If he takes this, what happens? Right? You can just... It looks very good, but I think he can just take this. Or maybe bishop e2. You might get away with this. Bishop e2 might be winning. Now I get this off the back rank. I'm hitting the queen. I get the piece. So actually, that doesn't work. So let's go back. Knight takes c3 isn't a move. So what does black even do here? What did he do? What did he do? Oh, wow. That's what he did. Really? Really? Either he calculated this out. So what do you think black did here? What do you think black did here? This is not easy. Let me see what is the correct move here, though. Anyway. Oh, black's winning. Black is straight up winning. Oh, it's like that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Didn't know it was that simple. Sorry, engine. The engine will always make you feel worse than whoever you are. Like, the engine always just... What do you think? It's just this. It's simple. What's up, Canty? Can you please analyze my games from the mechanics against the St. Louis Bishops? Appreciate it. Yes, no problem. What's up, Art Vega? Yeah, we'll go over your game next, man. We'll go over your game. I played for the mechanics, okay, against the Bishops. Nice. Nice draw today. So you helped in that draw today. You absolutely helped in today's draw. And you guys do have a chance still to make it to the playoffs. So that's nice. I, for one, accept our new robot votes. Whiskery. All right, man. What do you think happens here? Black to move. What does black do? And actually, the engine just refuted everything just now. Black is straight up winning. But what is the move here? You play with the black pieces. What do you do? Yeah, mine was the last or second to last game. Fun match. We're going to check it out, Arvega. We'll check out both of those. We will do that. The 977. What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Black to move. Helm's knight play. Oh, no, it's actually, she's playing white. Queen to d3. Queen to d3 doesn't do anything. Whiskery ant. You're right. Queen d3 isn't a move. Bishop takes e2, and the rook is defended. Are all groups playing in one day? No, not all groups. All groups play on different days. Group A is just played this week, or it's today actually, and then Group B actually plays next week, so they'll be playing for the next few weeks. Group B. Bishop D4. Bishop D4. That's interesting. That's tactical. Doesn't work though. Doesn't work. Knight takes C3 for Mr. Rio. Knight takes C3. Yeah, actually, we thought that would work, right? Knight takes C3. This, if you're missing, Knight takes C3. Bishop E2 in the end. Bishop E2 in the end, Mr. Rio. So that's what that's why that doesn't work. But King F2. Next up is Group B. That's right. Can I hop into a new team each week? That's right. Hey, Max, can you actually post the link? Actually, it's in the chat right now if you guys are able to look up. But somebody will get the link for you. And you'll be able to play. You can play for your favorite team. You can play for whoever that is. You can play for all the teams if you like. But you guys help decide. So Group B, the Pawn Grabbers. You see the hat, by the way. It's going to be the Group B is playing next week. So it's right there in the chat, guys. There it is. There it is. And Max Milnek got it first, but that is correct, Eriquito. It's Rook takes D1. Rook takes D1. Boom! Oh, man. Felt that wave in the chair immediately after you get hit with that. Rook takes D1 because it removes the defender of the knight. Queen takes A4. What's up, Scourge? What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Queen takes A4. We're here with the Pro Chess League Summer League right now. It's the summer series. They just played. Bishops and the Pandas are going to the playoffs. Mechanics need, hopefully they get a Twitter vote to be in there. So, nice stuff. Hey, Scourge, what's going on, Red? What's up, guys? Yeah, but my knight will hang too. Right, now. Right, that is correct. That is correct. So, let me see. It's actually, let's take with this rook, right? Rook takes first. So, I can snap this. But also, I have this in-between move. Bishop F6. Queen H3, I think I'm getting out. So how about Queen G4 then? Queen G4. And then what happens? This is tough. This is tough. So Queen G4, Knight H, X, F4. Is that real? Knight takes, Bishop takes, H5, Queen G5. Wow. This is ridiculous. This line gets wild. It's Knight takes, Bishop takes. What happens next? H5? And then that is not right. Queen G5? The engine is like, yeah, the best move here is Queen G5. Queen G5. Really? Hello. Maybe let me refresh it. Let me refresh it real quick. Queen G5. When Queen G5, if that's your best move, this is probably not a good position. It's probably not a good position. But this could have happened. This could have happened. This could have happened here. Stockfish caught sleeping on the job. Absolutely. Engine feeling okay? I don't think so. I don't think so. But hey, it is what it is. We'll go back. Let's see what happened. So King F2, brilliant move. I thought this was brilliant. Of course, anything you think is brilliant, the engine disagrees. And so King F2, I thought this was a great move. It was very creative. Instead of taking, but Rook takes D1 does refute it. But it's hard to see that. And actually, her opponent, who's 22-20, did not see that either. Bloomsy said, what's up? What's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. He actually played here, which I think this is a blunder. I'm about to see right now, though. I think this is a blunder. Yeah, White's, it's not like you're winning by a lot, but White's like almost +1. Almost +1. I figured because Bishop F6, I mean, the Queen is up here. There's like check. I mean, there's a lot going on. So it may not be that cool. It may not be that. When Engine says Queen Sack is your best hope, that's your position. So busted. Lurk mode. What's up, DJ Fuzz? What's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. If you are just getting here, we're going over the Pro Chess League Summer Series chess all day long, right? But it's 2 matches here. We're going over the first match here is the St. Louis Archbishops versus the San Francisco Mechanics. as they played in this match here. And we're actually looking, they drew, by the way, 22 and 22. Helms Knight playing with the white pieces. She is a streamer, so check her out. Awesome streamer. Bughouse Wizard. Okay, so she's playing with the white pieces here. 2051 is the rating for this game. And playing against a San Francisco mechanic rated 2220, playing with the black pieces here. Very interesting position. They both helped here in getting the draw that they did today in today's match. So knight takes f4 is the move played by her opponent. She takes the knight. Bishop takes f4. Bishop to f6, hitting the queen. That in-between move is nice. In-between move. So queen to g4, I'm assuming is the only move, because queen h3 just gives the piece back. Why would you do that? It just doesn't make sense. So queen g4. Actually, she did play that. She played bishop g5. Bishop g5. That's probably better, right? Whoa, rook d2 though. Rook d2 is very scary. Very scary here. Let's see what happens. Rook d2. That's immediately you taking over the 7th rank. And the 7th rank is everything. You got to be very careful when you're giving up that 7th rank. And I mean very, 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 very careful. You can be down like a whole piece sometimes. But just because you got the 7th rank, it could be pretty scary for the person that is allowing it. Rook d2 check. King g1, we out of the way. Reason for not taking the rook, guys, is of course self-explanatory. The pin. The bishop is pinned to the queen here. So bishop takes g5 on the move. Boom. Rook on the 7th is grim. Yeah, with the pogs. Funny. Funny. Interesting position. It is, man. Why not king e1? King e1. You know what? I thought the same thing at first. I'm just trying to figure out, what does black do here? This is interesting. I mean, it's a puzzle rush. This is a puzzle rush, guys. What do you do here? The king on e1. This looks like mate right now. Right now. But what do you do? Rook takes d1 from Harvard. First off, what's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. Rook takes d1. That looks pretty good, actually. Rook takes d1. Let's see what happens. We got to take this back. And then queen takes f1. And what's the piece count? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you like fine. You're like, look, you're feeling it, like it's fine. Black straight up winning here. Oh man, bro. Black is straight up winning. Queen g2. That could happen too. Like straight up. That's a move. But the best move, what they like first, is I think it's queen d3. Oh wait, sorry. I'm going the wrong way. So king e1, they like queen d3 first, I think. I think it's queen d3 first. Left hand man, what's going on, man? Welcome. Thank you, Monty. So queen d3, I think, is the move they like. Let me see. Yeah, they like queen d3. Queen d3. Because if bishop takes his mate, I don't know what else they're hitting now. I don't know what else they're hitting for either. But queen d3 is the move they like. Maybe you can take with the rook. Yeah, I mean, you can still take this too, but there's no mate. Like, he's trying to mate here. Rook takes d1, rook takes d1. Yeah, queen d3 is the move. They say, let's make a random move. How about we actually... No, you can't do that. Let's do, like, rook c1. What happens on rook c1? Where's the kill at? It says rook d8. Just bring the other rook over into the game. This bishop can't move because of mate on e2. So that does make a lot of sense. Okay. Okay, so that's a crushing move. That's crushing. So let's go back. How about rook f2? This is the move that they consider. Rook to f2. That's a good move, actually. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Bishop takes g5. Queen takes g5. Oh, we just bagging a rook? Is that what it is? Rook takes, king takes, and then you just bag a rook. Just bagging a rook over here. Good to see you. Long time since last time. Long time, man. Long time. Good to see you, Harvard. We in here, bro. So yeah, this is it's just winning for black. It's just winning. King e1 was a possibility though. So rook d2 was played in the game, and then we play king g1. King g1 out of the way. Bishop takes g5. Queen takes, and queen d3. Whoa, this man pushing tight. Still play queen d3. Still just winning here. Queen d3 anyway. Just like the engine said, but different move order. f6. It's probably going to be played. You want to get this queen off of this dark square diagonal so you can get maybe a check in. But if you can get the 7th rank with a queen here, it could be very, very bad very soon here. So we're looking at maybe f6 and knight f4 just to get 3 pieces into the attack. That is usually the most successful ones, or when you get 3 pieces. Bishop b3, queen e2. Oh my goodness. And immediately it's already some trouble here. Bishop, I think this was just, it was the blunder. You couldn't have made that move. Maybe queen, nope, you can't go queen g3. What do you even do? What do you even do? Just tuned in. Is Canty playing in the league? I'm not playing. I'm not playing in the summer league, but I'm commentating on actually the coverage of the summer league. So Pro Chess Summer League right now is the series, summer series. You can play too if you like. You can play for any team. Group B starts next week. This is the end of Group A. Knight takes c5. Knight takes c5. Well, yeah, that could be a move actually. Let me actually see what's going on here. Oh, knight takes c5. Well, maybe he could actually take that. Knight takes c5. That's right, Whiskery Ant. That's actually the #1 move. Knight takes c5. Because I'm like, yeah, he can take it. This is hanging. Oh, but this is hanging. But then blah, blah, blah. But then blah, blah, blah. I thought this was the coverage. This is the last you coming from the live match. This is just live analysis afterwards of fans' games and people like that. Post-event analysis. Correct. Correct. Knight. Okay, knight f4. Knight takes c5, right? So, knight takes c5. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. Hey, Canty, what's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream. Queen d6. Oh, that's a good move. But, I mean, it's only hitting mate. It's only hitting mate. Yeah, it is mate. Okay, so it's hitting mate here. f4, f6. f4, f6. Queen where? g4? You gotta go here. This is probably not a move, honestly. Queen h4 is a move, too. Queen h4. Oh, it's the queen's off of this now. Man, that's weird. This would have been a very interesting game. Does this analysis happen every time for each group? I like this. Yes, it does. Lurk mode 16. Absolutely. I got like 11 games to play at the same time for the pro series. Got 1 NM in my group. That's what's up. I'm actually playing in the daily. I'm playing in a Pro Chess daily, so you guys can do that too. So maybe I'll come across you and we'll play. Whiskery Ant, knight takes b7. I think queen b6 check. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's test your theory. Queen d3 and queen g4 says. So it worked. It worked. I mean, not really, but it's just like it is a move. It is a move. e5 instead of f4. Oh, yeah, but e5 blocks this. Queen takes c5. The queen was defending this. It's tough. That's tough stuff. But back to the game. Back to the original game here. King g1. King g1, bishop takes. We have queen d3 and bishop to b3. Queen e2. Now the queen is ready to turn up over here. Queen h2, we got mate on g2. There's nothing to do but sack the queen on d2. That's the only thing you can do. Queen takes, rook f2. Hitting the queen, defending everything. We got a little bit of compensation. You can still play on here because we do have 2 rooks. If you can coordinate the 2 rooks versus the queen, you can still have a very good game. But it just depends on what's going on, how they're coordinated, what you have, and the factors to it. So queen e3, we play bishop to c4. Knight f4, and he's coming in with knight h3. There's no way you can actually stop it. Actually, you can. You can play bishop f1. So bishop f1, rook here. Just threats everywhere. And this rook is not active, so we can't use it. And there we go. Rook to d2. And the game was over from there. And Chess Player 2093 takes this game over Helm's Knight. He wins both games of this match, but they both participated, and the clubs ended in a dead draw, 22 points to 22 points. They ended in a straight draw. So good stuff from both sides. Good stuff on both sides. Art Vega is up next. Art Vega, I know you're in the chat right now, so you won both games. So thanks for contributing to the San Francisco Mechanics, bro. You won both of your games. Shout out to Art Vega in the chat right now, playing for the Mechanics, as he won both the games. They contributed to the match today. Won both games. So let's copy this. PGN. Here we go. Here we go. So this game, this is the one you played black in, and you won this one. So you won both. This is the one that you played the black pieces. Oh, thanks. I'm just now getting, thanks, Nick. Just now getting the updated standings from Nick. I just realized that I have the updated standings, so I'm going to put this on the screen for you guys. I'm going to put this on the screen for you guys. Okay. And now let's move this. Standings. There we go. And there's the standings right there, guys. So the standings are up. Congratulations, both games. That's right. Yeah, he won both games. So shout out to Art Vega. Shout out to you, man. Good stuff as you helped the Mechanics. So here's the updated standings right here. The St. Louis Archbishops have 14 points, and the Pandas have 12. And these guys, they go straight into the playoff. 10-team playoff. Out of 16 teams, only 10 are going. And the third place right now, who are the Mechanics, are still around because they could get, there's 2 teams that are going to go to the playoffs due off who gets the most Twitter votes. So if you like the Mechanics, if you love what you see and hang out with them, Art Vega's here right now. Maybe you can help them and vote on Twitter. Speaking of voting and stuff like that, be active, guys. Be active. If you are a fan, if you're here right now, if you're watching chess.com, if you're even watching or you're part of the summer series, you're one of the fans that we'd love to help in this, to win some money, win some cash, right? So $1,000 total for each group, $250 per group. How do you be active as you play? Art Vega is one of those people. You can be one of the top fans here, and all you have to do is play like you've been doing. Make sure that you maybe commentate on your game, or maybe some analysis on your game. Post it on Twitter. Be active in the groups and etc. Stuff like that. So prizes there for everyone. That's the non-updated standings, but we have the updated standings here: 14, 12, and 8. So let's go. Thank you for the commentary. Take care, folks. No problem, Whiskery Ant. See you later, bro. See you later. So here we go, Art Vega. We're going to look at it from your point of view as you play the black pieces here. And let's see what your opponent has up. Let's see what the ratings are. So in this game, Art Vega, you are 2,000. So Art Vega is a very good opponent. He's an expert rated in Blitz here. That's 2,026 is his rating. Then we have Jay Lee, who is 1885 in this. So let's see what happens. Art Vega, let's go on. E4, E5. So we have E4, E5 here, the standard classical position of Roy Lopez. All the Italian games, all kind of things arise from here, right? Bishop C4 and Knight F6. Knight F6, just simple development here. Knight F3, Knight C6, same thing. Knight G5, here we go. This is the fun stuff. Oh yeah, I used to play this for white, and I would love to see it as black. I would play it from both sides. This right here is what I love to see. I don't even know what's about to happen, but I know you won the game, so I know it got crazy. What's up, everyone? It's been a while. What's up, Dune1? Welcome to the stream, bro. Welcome to the stream. This is the Pro Chess League Summer Series post coverage analysis of the games of some of the fans that played here. Right now, we're going over Art Vega's game. Art Vega was playing for the Mechanics today, and who played against the Archbishops. Archbishops came in a draw, 22-22, boss moves, but they both advance, or actually the Archbishops advance and the Pandas advance into the playoffs automatically. So now we move on to Group B next week, and the Mechanics are up for a Twitter vote. So make sure you guys help with that. So knight to g5, d5, boom, there it is. d5 has been played. Big boy move here is supposed to be played. And let me actually show you what happened before. d5, pawn takes, you played knight a5. Now, let me show you this. Does anyone know about this stuff? Tell me about this. Who knows about the knight takes d5 and knight takes f7? I would love your opinion on this right here. This stuff right here is wild. It's wild. I used to study this with my student. I had a student that played this for both sides as well. And we actually did this a little bit of analysis with the engine, and it came through here and it looks crazy. We love it, right? D Price, what's going on, man? Fried liver or lolly, all right? Knight x f7, king takes, queen f3, king e6 is winning for white. Yes, chess lover, but it's a deep line, though. It's a deep line, depending on what gets played later. It's deep, right? So king takes, here we go. Boom, king takes, queen f3 check. So if you're just looking at this, you've never seen this before, you want to avoid this. First off, let's go back and look at this. Let's go back and look at this. What just happened on the board? You cannot defend f7, big fella, if you tried. Now you have to defend it because you have to block this. d5. Boom. We block it. It's a move. Pawn takes, knight takes. Okay, we hit the knight. We're feeling good. We've blocked it, but then white crashes down. Boom. Knight takes f7. Oh my goodness. Probably almost fell out your seat. Then king takes f7. Queen f3. That's a check. That's a real thing. If you move your king anywhere else, I'm going to take this and I get compensation. So I need to get the king on e6. Yes, e6. Ridiculous because I'm defending this. So if you trade it, my king's fine. Imagine this kind of position. Looks ridiculous, but black is winning. Black is up a full piece. So, and if you check me and stuff, I'm just going to walk back to civilization like nothing happened. So it's just fine. But if we go back this way, now after king e6, what's the move here? What do you actually play here? Knight c3, easy, right? Easy, easy. Yeah, everybody's like knight c3, bro. Knight c3, knight c3. What are you even saying, big fella? Knight c3. That's right. That's the move. Knight c3, pinning it. Okay, pinning it. Now, from the engine doesn't even consider the move that I've seen here. Actually, they do now, but it's not even like they didn't consider it at first. Knight e7. I've seen this played a lot. Knight to e7. Now, what do you do now? When you get to this position, if you ever got to this position as white, what do you do now? Because technically, if you can't get the piece back, you're just losing. You're just down. You're just down. And I've seen people with white lose this game. Lose this game. It's a good Slav defense because I'm having too many draws. That's right. Is Slav a good defense because I'm having too many draws? I mean, you just got to figure out why you're having so many draws in there. Like, you just got to figure out why. It's just still a great opening. You just got to figure out why. Panic, says JC. Panic. Just panic. That is an option, but not here. That's just not the move, though. That's not the correct answer. The move is Carol Khan. This doesn't happen. D4 and castles even. It's actually D4, guys. That's correct. D4, you got to open this up. So pawn takes, that's self-explanatory. We're just not going to take this pawn. We don't even need to look at it. You just don't take this pawn, right? So at D4, how about C6? Because I'm going to defend this. So now I'm pretty solid. I'm feeling pretty solid here. Because I'm defended my piece. If I can defend my piece, I'm up a piece. I just got to move my king back to civilization. Act like nothing happened. And that's how white ends up losing this game. It's crazy. It's crazy how this happens. So what do you play now with white? Bishop G3 Slav is too solid for me. Sometimes the pre-move C6 end up in a Slav. C6 is a thing. Bishop G5 is not the move. Bishop G5, nope. It's actually, well, it's the third move. So it's actually D takes E5. D takes E5. So let's see if we go like H6. What happens on H6? Something random. So honestly here, guys, it just says it's +3. And there is a long line that goes through where you eventually end up beating black. But I can tell you that if you mess this up, you start trading, you're gonna lose. You're going to lose. So some people I know go into this purposely with the black pieces because they know that you may not be able to defend this, which is crazy. It's just crazy. I remember this fried liver stuff. It was so fun playing this back in the day. But now the correct way to avoid all that craziness is like how Vega did and played knight a5. Just get out of the way. Nonsense. Not today. Not today. Knight a5, d3, hanging on to the pawn. We play h6 and knight to f3, I'm assuming. Knight f3, e4, that's a beautiful move. He can't take just because knight takes c4 is real. So he goes queen e2, that's a good move. Knight takes c4, pawn takes, got to take it back. Bishop e7, I'm now threatening to take this. This is doubled, so maybe I can play c6, attack the center, and make these doubled. Have my bishop pretty strong as well. Knight to d2, castle get out of the way. He can definitely take this, but the king is in the center. And he takes it. That is not a move, big fella. That is not a move. What is the sequence of moves here, guys? What do you do? Who's going to put it in the chat fast enough? Black to move. 2-move sequence right now. What do you do? Where is it? 2-move sequence. Very simple. Very simple, guys. Very simple. What did Art Vega do here? Art Vega. Rook e1, bishop b4. Close. I mean, it's in a way. It's knight takes here, and then bishop b4, and then you hit him here. This is exactly what happened. Right. He hit him with the check here, forcing the king to step out of the way. Boom. Rook e8. Uh-oh, you better be careful. I'm actually doing mate threats, too, if I play queen e7 on my next move. Queen f6 is a move. Also, queen e7. Queen e7 subtly threatening checkmate on the back rank. Queen e7 is a move. Queen f6 actually hits f2 and kind of stops the development of the bishop temporarily. Bishop e3. Oh, he jumped off the deep end here. Someone, please save him. Queen takes b2 is a real thing. But then he has bishop d4. So maybe he's very savvy of that. Let's see what happened. Bishop f5, I'm a fan. Queen d4. And then what? Queen g6. This is nice. Double attack. Easy. Double attack. I think this was a fun game to play as black. This was very fun. Just going from here, this all went your way from knight a5 on Art Vega. I think this was good. Bishop e7, castles, knight takes, check, rook e8. And you just had a beautiful display here. Bishop, this was a kind of a nice trick because bishop d4. But bishop f5 works, queen d4, queen g6. And we get to take with check, king c1, and then what? Maybe rook e4. That looks strong. Rook e4 might be straight up winning. Is that what happened? You didn't play there. But let's see this. You didn't take this. Why didn't you take this, Art? Art Vega. Bishop takes c2. It's there, big fella. It's yours. You just take the pawn with check. That's why you played queen g6, right? And then you didn't take it. Queen g6, bishop takes c2, bro. This is a free pawn. It's a free pawn. Rook e4, yeah, well, rook e4, actually, rook e4 might be nice, too. Rook e4 is Vega silent. Rook e4, he has queen d3, and he gets away. I didn't think I would have enough pieces in white's defense to win. Well, you have to count how many I wanted to go for the kill. Well, the kill right here. Snap here. Snap, snap. That's an emote. That's an emote. You got that, right? King c1. And then rook e4. Oh, my goodness. Rook e4. Big fella. Look at him. Chess win. Put the Danny, oh, my God, emote, basically, in the in there. Snap, snap. That's right. There it is. There's a snap, snap emote. Easy. Easy. Rook e4. Hey, big fella, your queen. Where does it go? I don't even know. I don't even know. There's not a move. I didn't see that. It kills the queen. Correct. But it's active pieces. And you always got to know where your pieces are and how they work with each other. That's why it takes 2 to 3 pieces for a successful attack. Most likely 3. But what you do with those 3 is like how is you know the most important thing. Rook e4 is monstrous. Monstrous. Even if he went the other way. King here. Rook e4. Boom. And this one's better because he can't take the bishop. At least he gets a bishop for it in the other line. Tough stuff. Tough stuff. But you played b6. Okay. Knight d2. And then you took. But there's no rook e4 now. Ouch. No rook e3. Most people need 3. Anand needs 2. Yeah. c5. That's a move. Out of the way. Queen to d3. We got to get this bishop outside of here just so we can get a mate. I always see this being a comfortable sequence. Bishop here, but b3 is the thing. So queen here, you got to be careful. I guess you calculate it. Yeah, there's no way to like hit the queen right now. So bishop a4 would be nice because there might be some mating threats. Oh, definitely. Whoa, he took on d2 immediately. I think this was an option too. Just remembering this pattern is always good to know. Remembering this kind of pattern. Being able to wiggle into there. It's kind of nice. It took on d2 though. And then he played bishop b3. Oh, he did. Look at that. Even better. Same thing. Hello. Thank you for that. And queen c2. Checkmate. GG. That's a nice move. Queen f5. Not a move. And queen c2. Mate. By Art Vega in the chat here. Finished it off a few moves later. After seeing b6 was the move. Bishop takes c2 was just better first. But killer game. Killer game. Nice gambit with the d5. All started right here. All started right here. Boom, d5. Good game. Yeah, that was a good game, Art Vega. That was good. That was good. Let's check out your other one. Same guy. Different colors. Let's check out the other one. Art Vega is in the chat, playing for the mechanics in today's match. You play white in this game. How do you submit a game? This is actually, you have to be already played. You have to have already played in the summer series. In the summer series. So, Metal Eagle, what's up, Metal Eagle? Welcome to the stream. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. So where's the PGN? Here it is. Boom, and put that here. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Win. That's right. That's right. So here's the game. Art Vega and Jay Lee. This is the other game. So you play with the white pieces here. So let's see what happened. D4, knight f6. Here we go. C4 and e6. Knight c3, d5. Knight f3. C5. Okay, going for this Tarrasch stuff. This Tarrasch stuff is pretty interesting. You got a game to look at? Is this from the Summer League? Is this from the Summer League? Don't cry, Wolf. Takes, and bishop g5. Get the bishop outside the pawn chain, and then lock it outside of it. E3 kind of stuff. No, okay. So much tension in this opening. I know that the Tarrasch is about that chess win. It's actually about a lot of tension. That's actually what they like to do most often. Bishop to e6 and e3. E3 is on the board, and we're threatening to capture. I mean, defending the capture. Knight to c6. Okay, it's easy stuff. Yep, I like capturing too. It makes this pawn isolated. How do you deal with an isolated pawn? You trade the pieces around it, and you actually try to bully this pawn as much as you can. Put a knight in front of it to blockade it. All of that good stuff, right? Bishop takes c5 and rook to c1, hitting the bishop, x-raying him. This could be a problem if he doesn't move it, so he moves it immediately. Bishop d3, I'm assuming, is going to be the best move here, because this is the best diagonal for the bishop. Bishop b5 instead. Bishop b5, so this is a nice setup. Nice setup. And a lot of times you can take this and just bully this pawn. Play knight a4, knight c5, bully it. Again, you know, when you have an isolated pawn, you put the knight in front of it, trade the pieces, try to get this pawn later on. So maybe you could go for that. Castle, castle, queen b6, h3, stopping any bishop g4 stuff, I'm assuming, or anything coming to g4. Rook to d8, and he takes it. There we go. We finally took it. So now we're playing very positional here. Maybe b3, knight d4. Interesting. Hitting e6 and c6 at the same time. That's interesting stuff. Knight d4 hitting this. You got to be very positional here. If you start opening up the game, the bishops are going to eat up the board. Eat up the whole board. Bishop d7, knight a4. And there we go. Same stuff, guys. There he goes. He's going for the knight c5. Plant the knight. Maybe play b3 because this is weak. So we need to probably plant this knight here after pushing b3. Probably put all our pieces on the c file and then remove this knight. Unless he removes it for us by taking. But remove this knight when we're ready. When we put every single piece on the c file, move the knight and try to take it. That's a good plan. Always have a plan. Queen c7. He played b4 instead to wedge the knight in here even more. Even more. So a3 would follow if something like rook b8. And he just takes it. Whole pawn gone. Sacrifice, I'm assuming, because bishop takes f6. Okay, so takes. Knight c5 now. This is weird. This is weird. Why I say? Because you're playing with both sides of the board with not enough pieces. You like stretch too thin, to say the least. You stretch too thin. If you put the queen over here, you got to worry about, well, can I get the rest of the pieces over here too? The knight can't get here. Maybe you can swing this knight around. Maybe you can swing this knight around if he doesn't take it. Because realistically, winning this pawn, you probably could. But if you think about it, he has rook here. And then bring this rook over. He got one, which is the queen, the bishop, and two rooks. So that's 4 pieces defending this pawn. So you're going to need 5 to take this pawn. And you don't have enough pieces to actually take this pawn, realistically. If he keeps everything there, you could tie it down. But then you might have to switch the whole focus over here. So if he takes this, then that's just one less piece. Maybe we can still get an attack, though. I think f4, f5, queen h5, rook f3, rook g3. That's like the whole thing you should probably do. Maybe that's the fastest way. Because attacking chess, you got to be quick. You got to be quick. And I think f4, f5, rook f3, rook g3, queen h5, all this kind of stuff is mate soon. Is mate soon. Because you wouldn't have to maneuver everything over to that side at that point. And he did take it. He did take it. Bishop takes, rook takes. Queen d6, he's now defending, so you might have to focus over here, which takes your focus away from here. Queen c2, yep, that's exactly what happened. So now you have to double here, just to get the queen maybe to do this over here, because he can always defend this. Rook c8, and there we go. That's exactly how he defended it, with c6, the Jedi knows. So knowing this is over here, this should be attacked. Now we have to kind of figure out what to do. I think his rook could be trapped, but if we move the queen off, yeah, if we move the queen off, but a5 rook here, maybe he can't go here. What if he goes a5? So maybe we might be winning if we're able to get this. This is tough. Let's see what he did. a5, rook b8. Well, you couldn't take it. Bishop takes, rook takes. Knight takes. You could take it. You could technically take it right now. But you did play queens to d3. My biggest problem is attacking, that I'll get close to mate and cannot capitalize. So you need to work on mating. So you know what your weakness is. And if you know what that weakness is, then you need to work more on puzzles like that. You can do that on chess.com. You can always like make it to how you want it. 1001 Checkmates by John Nunn. Yeah, right. Anything like that. Anything like that. Rook b4, queen a6 was on the board, and then queen over to c7. Knight takes c6. I wanted to milk him more for the pawn. I see you coming around here, and you finally got this pawn in even a greater manner. Because after bishop takes here, then you hitting on f6. Actually, I mean, this is just out. So taking is not an option. Actually, knight e7, he's just lost after knight takes. Wow. This is over. This is over at this point, actually. He's hitting everything. Knight e7 to fork and like actually like skewer and everything. Like, it's just bad. This is really bad. And you can't take it either. And knight e7 check. Thanks for the queen first. Take the rook. And king h2, GG. It's over. takes, and we just making some moves here, just defending, and the pawn gets through. There's a check. Finish in fashion here. I don't know what you doing. What is this nonsense? We play so great and then nonsense on the board. Absolutely ridiculous here. This is ridiculous. This is how you don't finish the game off, guys. Don't take any notes from our Vega. Oh, he says he was low on time. He was low on time. Mandatory, I don't know what happened. We have a mod that's very sensitive, or the Nightbot's very sensitive to stuff. Our Vega, it was low on time. Makes sense, low on time, because you over here like, what is this? He forgot how to checkmate, obviously, here. Takes, king takes, f5, f4, g3, walk the king around. Easy, easy, easy. All the way through. Don't stalemate. Don't stalemate. Don't stalemate. And mate on g8. Good game. Mate on g8. Good games from the man, Art Vega, playing for the San Francisco Mechanics versus the St. Louis Archbishops, and as they tie in this match, 22-22, the Archbishops advance over to the playoffs. So do the Pandas, as we're about to check the next set of games, which is the Pandas versus the Surfers. Thanks, Canty. You're awesome, man. Thank you so much. No problem. No problem. Thanks for the games. Thanks for the games. Cool, so let's pull up some Panda action here. Is anyone in the chat that played for the Pandas? Has anyone played for the Pandas? Anyone in the chat from the Pandas here? Let's check out this game, and maybe let's do this game. I play for San Diego. You play for the Surfers. Okay, let's go. HiDude454. You play for the Surfers. What is your username? Is it HiDude454? That's what's up, man. I said this a lot later. A live club match ending in a tie. That was a very rare thing. Glad to witness it today. Man, very rare. Very, very rare. The computer I was using fried. Ouch. Sorry to hear that. HiDude454. What was your username for the Surfers? And we can look at that game from you. But the San Diego Surfers lost to the Pandas. The Pandas won 23.5 to 16.5. Username is Chris Hugh. Can you analyze my game versus Shah Master? Oh, right here. Wait. Actually, no. It did not come through as that. So let me see if I click on all players here, if anything else will pop up for you. Yeah, they unfortunately do not have your games. They do not have your games. Who did you play against? Master guy? Shamastio? Yeah, unfortunately it's not there. It's not there, but we'll look at one Shamastio game. Let me see if this is the same. Oh yeah, here it is right here. For some reason it's labeled wrong. And I found the games. I found them. Here we go. Here we go. So, Shamastio versus Chris Hugh. Shamastio. Okay. So he played for the Pandas. And Surfer and HiDude454, which is Chris Hugh, played for the Surfers here. How did you do in this game? You drew this game. Okay. You drew this game. You played with the black pieces, rating 1844. And white's rating is 1995. You play black here. Let's see what happened, bro. Let's see what happened. Uptime. What's up, Guillotine King? We're just getting in here. Just getting in here, bro. Well, an hour over really, but can you go over the game? It's white. The black one is pretty boring. Well, we won't look at both. We're gonna look at both. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. But if you're just getting here, guys, this is the Summer League Pro Chess League, the Summer Series. So you guys can participate. You should participate. Make sure you play for your teams. It'd be great if you do. You can play for all teams if you like. It's actually a link in the chat right now. Play for your favorite team, or you can play for all of them. The best fans get $250 per group. There's group A, B, C, and D. Group A just finished. And we have the standings right here going for these guys. The Archbishops and the Pandas are going into the playoffs, as the Mechanics need a Twitter vote. Hopefully, they get the most votes to stay in as they go to the playoffs. This game right here, Chris Yu and Shmastio. Let's see what happened. D4 on the board. Knight f6 and c4. e5. Okay, talking about boring. This is a Budapest. I like this opening. It's fun to play. It's fun to play. Okay, any Budapest fans in the chat here? The Budapest Gambit is a very fun opening. I probably got the knight d3 check, the knight d3 mate, one time ever. Nobody ever falls for knight d3. Nobody falls for it, right? So it's fun. Pawn takes, knight g4, and that's all I remember. Yep, knight g4, knight c6. This is correct. You want to take with this pawn, or take with this knight. Knight f3, bishop check. Knight d2, queen e7, e3. So he plays e3. But here's the fun mate stuff. If they play a3, you take here. Knight takes. Because if he takes here, checkmate on d3. That's so cool, bro. So cool, but you rarely ever get this. I mean, it doesn't happen. Nobody falls for that. If they do, if you want to know, hey, look, they may fall for it. Okay, you may get it. You may be more lucky than I am. Pawn takes, knight d3 check, or mate. Especially if they do it this way too. Knight takes, same thing. Pawn takes, knight d3 mate. But if he takes here, then you go into this line, which is like boring. And then you just castle and have an even game. Nice little trap. Yeah, it's fun. Budapest is a fun opening. It's fun. Queen e7, he played e3. So now there's none of that. Now you're just like, all right, whatever. Trade everything off now. d6, but black still has a pretty good game. You have to watch out for this right now. I mean, knight c6 is a move. But bishop takes e5 first would allow queen a4 check. So you got to get out the way. That's a castle. This bishop is getting very short on spaces. But a3, bishop c5. Very nice pawn structure for black. Bishop b7 should follow. b4 takes, bishop b7. There we go. Nice long diagonal here. No problems, no issues. Queen to d4 and knight c6, hitting the queen, hitting the pawn. Yeah, I was not a fan of this afterwards. Like once the position progresses, you're not a big fan of the position in the Budapest anymore. You just start trading stuff, hopefully get a good position. And that's what happened here. Oh, wow. Oh, queen takes e5. Oh, man, big fella. Look at him go here. Queen takes e5. Dang. That was sweet. Whoa. Is there anything you can do? No tricks? Nothing. Queen takes g5. Nope, that's not a move. Or queen takes b4, I mean. Not a move. Rook takes b4. Not a move. Rook takes d1, followed by, yeah. Nothing works. Ouch. Rook d1, queen e5, rook d8. Hey, you left the back door open. Big fella, it's a game over. That's not a move. It's just not a move. Queen f8 takes, queen d4. Everything is not a move. That's right, Elfins. It's just not a move. You just get out of the way. Never been a fan of the Budapest, but that was a pretty nice trap that I didn't know about. Yeah, it's fun to play until once you get past the trap, then it's like, all right, this is boring. I don't want to play this anymore. That's how I feel. I'm like, man, why did I do this? Why did I even play this? I forgot I'm only playing Masters and up. Like, no, they never gonna fall for this knight d3 stuff. Maybe once ever, and it was like once ever. That was it. So queen b8, f3 and h6. Making a cubbyhole for the king here because rook takes b4 is now a thing we can do. Okay, queen to c5, queen d8. I like black's play on the files. Like if you can get into the second rank here, it could be trouble. Black's problem is this rook. This rook is like so bad. You have to get it on an open file, but that's hard to find. It's very hard to find. Queen d4, they go back with queen b8. Almost a draw here. c5, boom, what a thrust here. This is a good move. Now black is on the win here, actually. If we can snag this pawn, we got rollers. Hey, walking the dogs in the park here. This is a wrap. This is two passers, and they're connected. It could be over very soon. If b5, pawn takes is probably the best route. Where after rook takes b5 and queen takes b5, I only have an extra pawn. But that's enough to win in queen, actually. So you have to be very, very careful here with this endgame for white. b5, that's what he chose. Pawn takes. He went queen a5, interesting move, but more or less the same thing because I'm still going to have a pawn only on a square extra because the other line we looked at was the pawn was on c5. So in this line, the pawn's on c4. After we take on c4, which he does, rook takes, queen takes, he takes, but the pawn's on c4. So it's actually a square up. So now when I go queen b3, I can actually start queening faster than I was a move ago. Check first, or check again, c3. That's with tempo. I'm out of the way. I'm covering the squares. He plays e4. That's a good move because he's now going for the perpetual here because that's all he has. All he has is a perpetual here. So I think, what was the other move from here? Actually, after the check, king here, he plays here, yeah. What do you do now? g6, queen here. Queen g6, good move, stepping out of the way. Uh-oh, it might be tough, though. It looks tough. Man, it looks tough. He says, oh, but his king has room. I know it has a lot of room here, and I think this is not as easy as it looks. c2, e6, that's a good move. That was a very nice move. Is there any way out of this? No checks, nothing spectacular. e6 was a very nice, resourceful move here. And then, did you guys just agree on a draw? You just agreed? You up a pawn here. Or maybe, I mean, it feels like it. But you're not up a pawn, but you just agree. I'm not about to agree yet. Maybe let's try something. Check here and, like, hopefully play g5. But, man, that is crazy. That passed pawn had to be winning. It had to be winning. And we have to figure out where you went wrong. It had to be winning. Dead draw, but can you give a few checks? Yeah, it had to be winning here. King b2, king check here. You got this passed pawn. Okay, so c3, check. King h7 is forced. Okay, so the options here are queen c4. But e4 shuts down everything. Queen b3. It says queen b3 right now. It says queen b3 right now. So you have room to push your king. And if queen f5 check, you can play g6. It's pretty tough. Queen f5, g6. Queen c5. And then it says king g8. That's tough. King g8. You say queen d2? Queen d7? You mean? Yeah, f7 is protected. f7 is protected here. That's why I played queen b3. Queen b3 protects the pawn. And then you can play c2 and try to queen as quickly as possible. Okay, so g6, right? Queen here. And it says king g8. Well, it also says g5, but let's try king g8. So what's up with king g8? What if he, like, checks? Then what? King g7? King g7, and then he has to get the dark squares now. So now he has to get the dark squares, which means now I'm just closer. So that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. So the check is no good. That's why they say e5 is the best move now. So e5. Okay, what do you think you play here as black? What do you think you will play as black here? This is not an easy endgame, and you'll be surprised with the evaluation here. E2. Max Milnick says zeros. Someone help a noob out with my idea. Black put queens on B2 and D2. B2 and D2. Well, B2 and D2, you always have to cover this, but you have to cover the checks too, which is too much to do both at the same time. Especially with this pawn coming through too. If this pawn was one square closer, it'd be different. But the engine evaluation is all zeros. All zeros right now. All zeros. It's a draw, they say. It's just a draw. What if I push this? Queen C8. King G7. E6. Can't promote. I know. I'm trying to see how he gets away with the checks here. How does he get away with the checks? Oh, he goes this way. Oh, yeah. Back and forths. Back and forths. Okay. Wow. Man, this is just a draw. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Queen F4, yeah. Perpetual. So you can't take that way. Crazy draw. It is, man. It's just a straight up draw. Queen takes E6 is the only move, is what they say. Nothing else is possible. It's just a draw. He played very good. Mastio played, I mean, extremely well here to actually get a draw. Tough stuff, man. What a game. Chris Hugh, good draw there. Good draw. That was pretty good. Man, both games were a draw here. Both games ended in a draw. Let's check this other one out. Both games ended in a draw. Sharpshooter right there. I know. Thanks for the feedback. No problem, Pope. No problem. Both players playing very strong. Absolutely. Absolutely. These guys are pushing tight here. Both pushing tight. Okay. Chris played white here. And this is a long draw. 62 moves. Let's see what happened. Here we go. Bishop C4. Knight G5. Wow. Playing it with both sides here. Or is this the same game, actually? No, this is not. This is different. This is different. So you guys like play the same stuff too, which is like, wow. Bishop B5 checks, C6. Takes and takes, and Queen F3. This is interesting. Keeping a pin here, hitting C6 as well. I'm sure this is like theory. Rook to B8. Allowing him to take so we can be ahead on development with bishop to D7. Takes, 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 and oh, knight D7. Whoa, is this theory or no? What is this? Knight D7 doesn't seem correct. Maybe he wants to put the bishop here. But I mean, he is hitting the knight, so it is a tempo. It is a tempo. And then he comes up with another tempo. I think this is theory. Man, this is crazy. D3, bishop E7. Hi, says Ripness, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Knight to E4, Queen B6, Queen A4. F5, Knight G3 out the way. Someone from the Pandas. Oh, he's on Chess TV. Oh, hey, what's up? I see you. RFW? Yes, I can. Absolutely. Analyze your games from the pandas. Yes. What is your username? RFW. What is your username? He's on both. No bad ways. What's up, man? Okay, so knight g3. Castles, he's out of the way. Castles again, and knight to c5. That's a strong move. We got to figure out where this queen's going, and now. Right now, we got to figure out where your queen's going. f4 is coming. Man, it's a good thing you drew this game. Like, you are in trouble. You are in trouble. RFW says RFW. Okay, gotcha. That's the check. Bishop e6. Look at the full development here. Well, besides the queen, but I mean, full development here. Black is in the driver's seat. I got it 100% lucky. I can tell. Hi, dude. 454. I can tell. I can tell. This is not a good position for white. Everything is developed for black. Everything. Everything's straight up developed here, and white's having some big issues with development here. I mean, what's the compensation? 3, 6, 7, 2, 4, 5. We have 2 pawns. Okay, we have 2 pawns, but I will gladly give one back if I have to with the white pieces here, because this is looking scary. Queen c3, f4, knight e4, and he has traded my only piece I have developed, and this is move 20, and I have 1 piece out, the queen. At all pieces. This is a crazy game. f3, man, he is coming at you right now. He's just relentless. Not playing any games. g3, now everything over here is wide open. I'm thinking bishop h3, bishop g2, queen 8 d7, queen h3, sack on h2, rook h6. Oh, that don't work. So I have to put the rook on f6, then put rook h6, and then mate on h1. It's exactly how we gonna mate you in this. It's exactly what's gonna happen. Milnex with the arrows. Yeah, this is what's about to happen to you right now, Chris Hugh. If I was playing black, I would have done this to you. Queen e8, queen takes e5, bishop d6, queen g5, h6. Queen. Here we go. Got the queen over there. Whoa, bishop g4. How did you draw this game? I am so clueless right now. How? This man must be a magician. Chris Hugh is a magician. Somehow, some way, this is a draw from this position. He got a draw. He got a draw. Can you believe it? Talk about highlight of the match. It's the game right here. It's this game. King h1. He's out of the way. Queen here, rook here. So for future reference, guys, if you want to know how this mate works, you just got to take here, but you need to have the rook over here. And I think he's messed that up by now. So rook f5 couldn't be a thing. Can't go rook f4. Shoot, how do you even win this? Now you can't get the rook. You got to get the rook to h5. Which means rook b5. And then rook b5 is actually threatening mate. That's what he played. He played rook b5. Knight f1. Knight f1. Are you kidding me? Knight f1. You know how frustrating this move is to see on the board? This is a frustrating move. Saddest position in world history. I think it's frustrating for both sides. One, because you got to put a knight on f1, and this is the only way to defend mate. Now, on one hand, if you don't need these pieces to attack, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. But if you do need them, they aren't anything to help. Also, it's frustrating for black because you like even if I let you, I can let you get 2 moves from this position right now. Okay, maybe not bishop f4, bishop c5 stuff. I mean, like realistic moves, like, you know, double up, or like rook here and queen here. There's like no mate. There's no mate. It's very frustrating for black too. h5, h4 does a little bit, but the knight actually covers g3 too, which is like, this is absolutely ridiculous. So rook h5 is the move on the board. Bishop c5 coming in and hitting everything. Everything that you own, he's hitting right now. Queen e1. Look at this position. He got a draw out of this. He got a draw out of this. Every piece I own is on the back rank, except the bishop. Here, what you might as well just call it a pawn. It's a pawn. It's not a bishop. It's a pawn. Just chilling. Got a pawn on d2. And everything else back here on the back rank. And he's not able to convert with the black pieces here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see what happens and unfolds in this wild game here. So he gets frustrated and he just said, forget it. I'm backing up. I'm out of here. I don't know what his plan is now. I have no idea. Probably moving his queen. He might want to try to reroute. Like move the queen somewhere and then move it again. And then switch sides. Or put the bishop on h3 and put the bishop on g2. I think that's what he's going for. Rook e8, rook takes e4 by black. If rook e8, rook takes e4. Oh, rook e8 and rook takes e4? It could be a thing. Actually, yeah, when you get rook takes e4 in, bishop takes f2 and rook e2. Trying to get that in for the mate back here. So that could be a thing. That could be. Bishop c1, c4. He backed the queen up. He did go to e6. And then he played queen e5, stepping off just to put the bishop here in here to go this route. That's exactly what he's going for. Bishop c3. Oh, and then he hit bishop takes f2. Dagger. Whoa, that's crazy. He sacked. I probably would have moved my queen first because you need to keep it. I love that Danny clip with the stalemate and his scream. I know, right? I know. Wake you up in the morning, right? Queen to c7 or anything else. Queen anywhere. I'm just not trying to trade the queen because it's so beneficial to the attack. Bishop takes f2, I think, to let him back in the game. Especially because I can take 2 and take here. Ooh, but actually, there's f2 in the end of all of that. That would be nasty. Takes, rook e1. Bishop h3, he finally got his move off. Only I have a stop to it, knight e3. Boom. Knight e3. Queen e3. Threatening bishop g2 check anyway because due to knight takes, queen takes. And that's a nice move he makes here. That's a nice move. Queen c2. Ooh, you can't really move this. Maybe rook d1. If bishop g2, you may have to take with the rook. Pawn takes. You could take back here first. That's takes 2. Let's see what happened. He took on e4 instead. Maybe knight d5 followed by rook e1. Nope, bishop g2 is still a monster thing here. So what do we do? G4 followed by rook g3. That's an option. Rook e1. After bishop g2, we can actually play king g1. Uh-oh, white is doing okay. White is actually doing okay here because you got your pieces in the center and it's okay. Knight d5 is actually hitting e7 and a fork with knight f4. Oh my goodness. And he plays the move. Knight e7 check, but also knight f4, and I'm forking the pieces here. Music by JM, thanks for the 100 bits. So we have knight f4. Craziness here. Bishop g2. King out of the way. Oh, snap. Rook takes h2. But is it a move? It might be a move. He does it. Rook takes h2. Oh, man. This is a swinger right here. This is a game. Rook h1 is on the board. If you king takes, then it's check and then mate. Oh, my goodness. How did he draw this game? I will never know. What a game. Knight e7, king h7. You can't take the queen. Oh, because that's mate. Oh, yeah, that's right. King takes, queen check. Oh, that's mate. Yep, that's mate too. So he steps out of the way, plays queen e3. King f2 is the escape square. Now what? Man, black has to be winning by like 40 here. Let me see what the engine says. It's even. You will be surprised. Queen takes g3 is the best move, and they say it's all zeros, and it's a perpetual. Unbelievable. This is wild. This is what you see in the summer series of the Pro Chess League with the Pandas versus the Surfers as they go in this match. This is crazy. This is crazy. And this is the fans. And you guys can get your games like this too. Hopefully, if you're playing in Group A, B, C, or D. Or actually Group B through D now. Good game. Very instructive. This is very instructive. Absolutely. Queen G3 is actually the game move. And then Queen E4. Boom. That's a check. And then G6. Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. Queen takes G6. Takes. Oh, there's a check on the board. And we still are ending up mate. What? Mate in one. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back. I saw a mate somewhere. What was they looking at? What were they looking at? I just played a game with 97.3 accuracy. Can't tell your stream works. This is unsolicited testimonial. I'm not a paid actor. Thank you, Red. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, that's something weird. So queen takes g6, queen takes g6, knight takes, rook check on the back rank first. f2 check somewhere. No, f2 doesn't work because he can just take the rook. Just don't work. Rook check. He takes the knight first because knight takes was with check, and then he comes back and snags the other rook. I'm back. What we doing? Still going over the same stuff, bro. Same stuff. We're actually going over a different series right now. The other club match, which is the Chengdu Pandas versus the San Diego Surfers. As the Pandas take this match 23.5 out of 6. It's 23.5 to 16.5. Right now, we're looking at a game from Chris Hugh versus right here, Shagmastio. So let's see what happened. And Chris Hugh was playing for the Mechanics in this game. Bishop takes, rook takes, and now it's a draw. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, it might be winning for white, though. I think white actually might have an advantage here with this, especially if the rooks come off. The rooks come off, white may be winning. A5, rook up. Definitely check him first. Take with check, absolutely. Check him again. Very difficult. Very difficult. You did push. Push again. Here we go. Play a4. Uh-oh. He might be in trouble here. He might be in trouble. King c7. That's a great move. That's a great move. Oh, yeah, you can play this instead. You can play rook b3. But rook b3 only temporarily holds this. And once he moves the rook around, like, it's not really much you can do anymore. King h3. And that's a draw. That is a draw. Chris Hugh somehow pulls out a miraculous draw here. With the white pieces, 2 draws in a row in this game, as he helps the San Diego Surfers in his game. There. 1 full point out of that match for both players. 25K says, what's up? What's up, bro? Welcome to the stream. That was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, wow. This position right here is talking about equal. This right here, how is this equal? What? It's zeros on the board. Zeros by the engine. That right there is like, wow. They say, oh yeah, it's a dead draw. It's easy. It's a dead draw. What? Where? Says who? How? I don't believe it. It looks like it. Not. But this was a draw. It's like, wow, that's a good game. This is a wild game. I mean, I think this was the wild game of today. So RFW is next from Chess TV chat. I see you. And you played for the Pandas? There you are, RFW. You have 1.5 against Goldust Tori here. So that'd be cool to put Tori's game on the screen as well. So let's check out this first game you played. RFW here is playing for the Pandas. Playing for the Pandas. Oh, actually, it switched. It actually says you played Andrew Croker. So you played with white here. You won this. Your rating in this game is 1555, and Black's rating is 1298. What happens here? PGN is in, and you played the white pieces. So let's do this. RFW. Hope you're watching. Here we go. E4, E5, F4, King's Gambit. Oh yeah. Can anyone know who is the world champion that loved this opening the most? Who loved this opening the most? Which world champion would that be? Or I would say played it the most. Which world champion played this opening the most? Kasparov says Chess Wind. Steinitz says Max Milnak. That is right. Steinitz loved the King's Gambit. So the King's Gambit, this is going to be exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Bishop to c5, knight f3, and d6. There's so many lines to this King's Gambit. d4, I like it. Just kind of plugging up the center here. And after pawn takes, you get a nice knight in the center, followed by knight c3, bishop e3. So you want to keep development going. Knight c3 and bishop e3 are automatic moves. Bishop e3, beautiful. Just choose the oldest one, says Max Milnek. Funny. Bishop takes, queen takes, knight to c3 and castle queen side. Could be an obvious attack on the king side. So let's see what happens. Knight f6, knight to d2. I think that's interesting. Unless you're going to f3, there's really no reason to put this knight on d2. Unless you're going to f3. Maybe knight c4. Knight d2 is a little bit passive here. If you're swinging this around, it's a little different. Knight to c3 is a natural move for the knight. Let's see what happens though. Castles. Castle queen side. Here we go. Whoever gets to the king first is going to win. So easy attacks, easy plans for both sides. a5, b5, c5, everything 5 and up. Basically trying to get to the king. Same thing for white. h3, g4, everything 4 and everything this way as much as we can and make the king. It's very simple plans. You get crazy games, and this is how it usually happens. So let's see what happened. Rook e8, bishop d3, beautiful move. Get the last piece out. And e5 could be a potential threat, but I'm not a fan of putting e5 on the board when I'm able to trade queens when I'm trying to attack. If you trade queens when you're trying to attack, your attack usually diminishes a lot more. So try to keep the queen on. Maybe move the queen first to civilization, c3 or somewhere safe. Queen f2 maybe, to put it over to g3 and reroute it this way. So it looks better, you're aiming this way, it feels better, and you don't have to trade queens. So b6 and rook g1, going for g4, especially if he's going to play bishop b7. Very strategic move, I would say. Especially if he plays bishop b7, then we're already ready to go with some g4 action here. And that's exactly what happens. It works. Let's go. g4, g5 is coming right behind it. g5, nope. Rook e1 actually defending because knight takes e4 is a real move. Rook e1, and now white is doing very well. White is absolutely going to get to the king first. We just got to push the rest of these pawns and say hello. How are you? He should push the h pawn and all the tempi. Yeah, h4 will be so fun. Let's see if it actually happened in this game. Queen e3 and queen h3. No h4 action, but for everyone to watch, h4 would be fun, right? Just to have everyone here, Harry the h pawn and everyone else. Harry and his brothers walking down the street here. So queen h3 and f5, g5. This is nice. e5 is actually the main threat here, hitting the knight with h7 on mate. Ed Wid, what's going on, man? We are here right now with the Pro Chess League post coverage from the summer series, and the Archbishops are in first place right now. Shout out to the Archbishops and the Pandas as they are advancing to the playoffs. Group B starts next week, and the Mechanics are up for a Twitter vote. Hopefully, they can stay as well. These games are 10-minute with 2-second increment, and right now we're looking at RFW in a Chess TV chat versus Andrew Croker. And RFW played for, I think you played for the Pandas, right? Yeah, he played for the Pandas. So we're checking out his games right now. That's what's going on. So e5 is the next move. e5 is a very strong move, and I mean, I don't know how black gets out of this one. I don't even know. h6 and then f5. That's nice. f5. Why not g5 right now? Well, okay, just don't jump off the deep end. It's not something we're trying to do. We don't recommend it. So f5 and then g5. Good, thanks, man. No problem, Edwin. No problem. So f5 was on the board. Rook to e5. Knight c4 first. I like this move, making a tempo, and then g5 right after. There it is. Nice job here, RFW. Nice job. Rook takes. Bishop takes pawn. I thought this would be an issue. I did see this, but also I don't think this is enough. I just don't think this is enough to defend for the black pieces here. Rook takes g7. Big fella move. He said take on g7 first and just hold it there as you click it on the mouse. Rook takes g7. Snap. Snap. Let's put those in the chat. Let's put some snaps in the chat here, because that's a snap move. That's a Jedi move right there. Snap. Oh my goodness. That is a big fella move. That's nice. It's pretty nice. It looks good. Rook takes g7. It could be some mates here, but if he's wrong, it will be devastating. But rook g1 looks like it's coming, followed by king h8 after king here, and then queen h8 followed by queen takes. Oh my goodness. What a move. What a move. Rook takes g7 ends it all. Bam. Check. Hi chat. What's up, man? Knight g4. Queen takes g4, so the king can't get away. Maybe actually queen g5 is mate. King f6. Queen g5. Checkmate from RFW. Playing an awesome game here versus Andrew Croker. Very strong. And it all started here with rook takes g7. Boom. Dashing down on the position. As we knew this was going to happen, what you should do, whoever gets to the king first is going to win. That's exactly what happened in this situation. After g5 takes, rook takes, sack on g7, and just look at him and just stare at him after you do this move. And just stare. And just stare at him. And checkmate, queen g5 mate. Good game, RFW. Excellent game. That was pretty nice. I think that was an excellent sacrifice. Keep doing your puzzle rush. Keep doing your puzzle rush, absolutely. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. We'll actually check out your second game too, where you had a draw. So you had 1.5 out of 2 facing Andrew Croker here. Better go to bed at 6 a.m. Wow, box life, guy in a box. Yeah, time to go to sleep, man. Good to see you. Okay, so you played black in this next game, RFW. You played black in the next game. So let's see how you did. You actually got a draw here, so let's see what happened and see what we can do better. KCP40 is in the chat. Hope you're having a great tournament, man. What's up? What's going on? Shout out to KCP40. Make sure you guys say hello and congratulations. He won 4-2 in the first day. 4-2 out of 6 games. 4-2 in the first day. So not sure how the second day went yet, but what's up, KCP40? So let's look at this game. RFW. Let's do this, man. What did you do? You actually played with the black pieces here, I think. Yes, you played with the black pieces. So let's flip the board. See it from your point of view. Here we go, RFW. E4 and B6. We have kind of an Owens defense in a way. Let's see what happens if bishop B7 and the E6 stuff. Bishop A6. I have never seen this in my life. I have no idea what's going on here. But bishop to A6 is the move here. So let's see, maybe you're going to wow us here. Queen to C8, not something I've ever seen. So maybe this is something we can learn today to see what he does here. This was a draw, but maybe we can learn from it. So queen to B7, the queen's on B7. We probably don't want to play this long term. Tournaments and like blitz chess, yeah, we can probably do this then. This is pretty nice, but other than that, I don't know what's going on. F6, okay, all right, fine gold is angry somewhere, and man, just all the principle of chess are rolling over. F6. Wow. Bishop to F4. Bishop F4. And castles. Castles queenside. Okay. Castles queenside. Well, this is amazing here. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know what's about to happen next. I don't even know what the idea is of this opening. I'm still confused here. Maybe D6 and E5. What is my queen doing on P7? Not sure. But hey, you know, we're along for the ride here. It's a party. E5 and G5. Here we go. G5 and G4. H5 is a thing. Knight H6. You also could play stuff like Knight H6, Knight F5. Let's see what happens. Sometimes you just gotta lose your mind and go long. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta lose it and just play whatever. Just literally play whatever, and then like come back to it and then start thinking on move 12. All right, now I'm gonna think. Now let's go. H5. Nice stuff. And it looked like he did that. I'm going to just play whatever. And then he started to think. And now look at this. He got a king side attack. It looks like he's about to attack black. White, which he actually is here. H4 followed by G4 is threats. Like, this is funny. G4 is on the board. Look at this. And now the pawn storm. Now I got to open H file. How does this even happen? How? How does this even happen here? Knight H6. He takes it. Takes. Bishop H6, and now we bring the other rook into the game. Oh my goodness. That's right, Chess Win. That's right. Wow, what a game. So we swing this boy over. Queen F3. I guess that is a move. It just feels like it's not. But we do take it. And Bishop F4. Yeah. But black's not. I guess you could see this being a draw now. Knight B4, Knight C6. You got to swing this boy around, especially after King G2. King G2, Knight B4, and you play rook here instead. You could also swing this around. You could have taken 2 as well. Many things you could do. Start thinking on move 12. Right, now I'm going to start thinking. It's move 12. Okay, here we go. This is the beginning of the game right here. That's exactly how this opening seems like it went. So, rook H1, takes. Oh, that's a pawn. Thank you for the pawn. Appreciate those. We like those. You can see the hat, pawn grabber. We love them. So we'll take them. And he takes it. And then rook here, we're taking another one. Here it comes. Another pawn. As white is starting to botch this game. 100%. 100%. And black is doing well. But white somehow still gets a draw. Knight to c6, 3-4-5, 3-4-5. Everything is a draw here. Free pawn in a way. It felt like a free pawn, but it's not. Actually, he was up a pawn, so he can afford to give one back. But you can't afford, most times, to give up the 7th rank. Not fun to give up the 7th rank here. Luckily, oh man, I don't know how you defend this. How do you even do anything? White might be in trouble here. It was a draw, but white might be in trouble. What's the time controls? 10-2. 10 minutes, 2-second increment. Thank you, ChessWin, for letting him know. So knight to e2. That's how you block everything. And I guess you kind of shuffle. King g1. You got to get the rook off. So maybe check. Maybe not. Whoa, your rook might be trapped. You might have to keep him over here. That's weird. It's a weird way to trap a rook. I've never seen a trap like this. Where if, you know, rook f3. Rook f3 is a blunder, actually. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That would have been a straight up blunder. You ever seen a rook trap like that? That's cool. That's cool right there. Ouch. Blunder mode. Can't allow that. Can't allow that. So rook check and keep it on the other side. It's the only thing you can do. Rook f1, king g2, and he brings it to the other side. And then we go b3. I'm assuming he's going to probably try to bully this. Let's see what happens. e6 and knight e7. We're not trading. He gives up a pawn. Sacrifices a pawn. Well, that gives me time over here too. This might be bad for white, actually. He's down a piece. Or a pawn, I mean. King here. Can I get around? Can I get around in time is the question. I think you should maybe start with c5, because if the king ever gets close, then you can check him. You can check him. I think black's winning. Out of nowhere, black starts to win this. c5, maybe not c5 because of b4. So you might have to go c6. So b4, b5 is not anything. If the king walks up, I step mine over. I'm trying to get to e6. He goes here, and then I can check him. And then he steps off. King g5, probably not. So maybe king e3. I can step in. And my king gets to e6, and I'm actually about to queen. Black's winning. Black wins this. Wow. This is a straight up win. You had this, RFW. You had this, and I think that rook move was just not the way to go here. Where are we at? Rook c4, rook to e1. Okay, and then he plays there, and you took on e5. You have 2 pawns. Yeah, you definitely did something wrong here. I think this says this was a draw somehow. Let's see. Rook a5. Oh, right there. That probably drew the game. I still think you're fine here. Ooh. King b7. Ah, he's getting the pawn. Yeah, you just jumped off the deep end. That's all that happened. He was doing good. He was doing excellent. He was doing good. Probably walk the king through here. Make sure everything's safe first. This double pawn, not saying that you're winning. It does give you an extra square sometimes to sack this pawn. A lot of times. You can even do that like even last move. c4 takes, and then try to walk this around. Use this as well. Maybe you can win this pawn or this one. Because if he doesn't, then you just take this, and this is an easy winning endgame. Easy winning endgame after takes. Easy win. Easy win with this. I snap, 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 and then, you know, queen. Easy stuff. He let the king get in. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Let's actually see. King f3, rook takes e5. Everything is going on. Takes d5. So we go king b7. King b7. And then c5 is straight up hanging. Serious business. Thanks for 11 months, bro. Let's go. Serious business. We in here. King c5 is now the move. And now it's a straight up draw. 3 versus 3. How do you get out of this? King here. Pawn takes. He's trying to create a pass pawn over here. But it's just not working. Check. Whoa, hold up. And he's able to get back. Uh-oh. Could you have pushed and won? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This might be winning. Oh my goodness. I think you're winning. Push, push, push. Oh no. No, you're losing. That would have worked if you could queen first. If you queened first and he queens, then it's check. King has to step and then check. And then you can end up mating him actually right here. It's just so cool to see. It would have been a mate right here with the mate on f2. If he was queening first, but he's not queening first. He's not. Push, 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 queen, I'm queening and queen d8, you're actually losing on the spot. So that doesn't work. So you got to go back this way. And they agree to a draw. I'm assuming king takes and king takes. And you have a draw position. I think that's pretty good, RFW. I think you play very, very well. Very well. What's up, Rats? What's going on, bro? Welcome to the stream here. Man, that was a crazy opening. RFW played some wild stuff and ended up getting a draw out of this, which he was actually winning. What do I got to do to get one of my games analyzed like this, says KCP40. Actually, we'll look at your games after the tournament, man. I mean, of course, you always around. You wanted a Jedi here? Absolutely, bro. Of course. We'll look at your game right after the tournament when we get a stream going. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Rets? What's going on? Hello, friend. Hi, CJ. How are you? So right now, what we're looking at, if you're not aware, we're looking at the Summer Series of the Pro Chess League, guys. The Summer Series of the Pro Chess League. Today's matches were the St. Louis Archbishops versus the San Francisco Mechanics. And then you had the Chengdu Pandas versus the San Diego Surfers. So what happened here was actually, if you check the standings right now, St. Louis Archbishops draw, or it's a draw match with the Mechanics today, 22-22. So pretty good stuff there. And the Bishops advance, and also the Pandas advance automatically into the playoffs, which is a 10-man team thing going on here, a 10 team total format kind of thing, 10-team playoff, to say the least. So it's a playoff. What are you playing? 10 minutes, 2-second increment. So you can play along any team or all the teams if you'd like. You can play for every one of them. Prizes are going on too, even for the best fans. So if you are a fan, if you are anyone playing in any of the fan clubs, you can actually win some money. Make sure that you are active in the Twitter, you're active in the group, posting your game, and maybe even talking about a little analysis about your game as well. The more active you are using that hashtag Summer Series on Twitter and everywhere else, you should be eligible for this. So good stuff. Check it out, guys. Make sure you get into your teams. St. Louis Bishops are daddy AF. CJ, you are funny. Group B is next week. So Group B is next week, and this is Group A. Group A. So shout out to all the players that have played in this. Thanks for analysis, James. Appreciate it. No problem. RFW in Chess TV and everyone else over in Chess TV. Good to see you guys as well. I really like to play for the Seattle Sluggers if they were playing the Summer Series. Yeah, it's only 16 teams. You can check all the info. Play for any of and all the teams if you like. That'd be pretty cool. So pretty cool to do that kind of thing on that. So next week is Group B. So you have the Snowballs. You also have the Raptors. You have the Pawn Grabbers. You see the hat. That's right. And then you have the Puffins. And that's going to be fun. So you guys make sure you take advantage of Group B. That is coming up. So make sure you take advantage of the Group B and Group C and D. Every one of them that you can play in. Group A is officially over as the Archbishops and the Pandas advance to the playoffs, as they have automatic spots. So good stuff there. Make sure that you guys please go and pick a team. Go pick a team. It's all about you guys. There's also a daily chess going on for Pro Chess League, so make sure you join that as well, so you can play in that. I'm playing in it, so maybe I can actually play one of you guys. So let's see what happens. There. So that is the wrap up for the analysis there. Good commentary and good explanations on these variations from the games. You're done well with your channel. Thank you so much, Slight Leader. Thank you so much for the positivity. Awesome stuff there. So next week will be the start of Group B. It'll be covered somewhere else because I will be at a tournament. So I'll see you guys on another stream. Actually, I'll probably stream maybe later or something like that. But thank you so much for hanging out here. If you are new to the stream, make sure you hit the follow button and make sure the notifications are on so you know when we go live. Subscribe if you can. You can do it free with Twitch Prime. We appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out here at this one. This is week 3. Okay, Pro Chess League Summer Series. Make sure you're in it. This is the coverage and the analysis, post-game matchup analysis. Make sure you post everything about it on Twitter, all that good stuff. Follow me on my socials, GM Canty on Twitter, GM Canty on Twitch. YouTube is James Canty III. You can even put in GM Canty, whatever. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's get some hype in the chat before we get out of here. Let's get some hype in the chat and do that here. YouTube. YouTube. Oh, thank you so much, Slight Leader, for the donation, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much for the generosity. Pro Chess League is in the building right now. They are here right now. Slight Leader, thanks so much for the love, bro. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. YouTube, Twitter, lessons, annotates, Discord, merge, friend, annotates, KCP40, that's right, bro. That is right. And friend. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the next one. I'm about to raid someone. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is the Pro Chess League Summer Series post-game analysis. So I'm about to raid someone right now. Stick around for the raid. Stick around for the raid. Okay, let's see who needs some viewers here. Awesome stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. You're awesome, Canty. Keep up the good work. You keep up the good work, Slight Leader. Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. We're about to go raid Joe Bruin. They're having the charity stream over there. Raid Joe Bruin. So we're about to go raid him. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for hanging out. Stick around for the raid as we go raid Joe Bruin in a charity stream that's going on over there. Pretty good stuff. Stick around, stick around. Red says we in here. Thanks, bro. Awesome stream. Thanks, Chess Win. Thank you, Slight Leader. Again, thank you so much. Just waiting a few seconds for this raid to commence, and we're out of here. I'll see you guys later. Guillotine King with the Jedi in the air. I see him. Chess Win, I see you. I see you. Thanks, guys. Okay, cool. I'm sending off the raid. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Thank you.